What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Doghouse podcast. My name is Rob, your host, joined today by my co-host and younger sister,
Emma. Super excited to be here this week.
And I am also super excited to be here this week, Emma. Welcome back truly to another exciting episode. This is episode 11, and this is a special one because it's also the very first episode of season 2.
We got 2 mics now, guys, so season two only felt right.
Felt like the right move. No, truly, we had been talking a lot about kind of our ideas, what we had in mind, all sorts of new styles, new formats, new pieces of content we want to bring you guys. And it felt like the right time to start a new season to do that. So welcome and thank you for joining us. Truly.
Yeah, we are very excited to start this new season. So this week we're going to be having more of kind of a discussion. We actually both prepared thoughts separately on this topic, and we are going to be just seeing how it goes. So the topic is AI.
Artificial intelligence.
Artificial intelligence has been on our minds. I'm sure you've heard a lot about it.
It's been on a lot of people's
news,
minds recently.
Yeah.
No, truly.
It's just very relevant right now, and so we've been having a lot of conversations about it.
We have.
It's super prevalent in today's society, so we feel like it's a cool thing that we can talk about.
Yeah, honestly, it's something that we've both seen. Sure, everybody's seen it pop up more and more. Social media, in the news, whatever. And we believe it's only going to get more relevant, and we've talked about it, and we have some very strong opinions about this one. So truly
super strong.
But really what we want to get into is like our take on artificial intelligence and how it will apply to certain things like art or business or life. So truly, to start us off, Emma, I was on Twitter, like I am a lot, the other day.
Twitter. Love it.
And I came across a tweet that was like pretty popular. It was from a professor of some Ivy League school. I forget which one, but it was a screenshot of his syllabus for his course this semester. I don't know which class, but one of those important ones. And on the syllabus, there was a section titled AI policy for this course, which was very interesting.
Having an AI policy on a syllabus
for a college class, right?
For a college class is bizarre to me.
It's so
Never
weird.
thought I'd see the day.
I know.
To be honest.
That's exactly kind of like a good example, I think, of how we're going to see it work its way into so many different areas. But on the syllabus, it under AI policy, it said, this semester in my course, you will be required to use AI for certain assignments. That was very interesting to me.
That's really interesting to me.
I know, because I thought it was going to be like, oh, no AI, no cheating, no AI. But his policy was, you're required to use AI. And he gave a reasoning. It was AI is like becoming a more and more relevant topic and technology, like we just said. And it's imperative that you learn how to use that tool to navigate the new world with this sort of new element or factor, if that makes sense. I thought it was interesting. I kind of liked it. I'm not going to lie.
I think that's I think that's so great. Here it comes, guys.
Okay.
I won't get into all of it right now, but my initial reaction from hearing
what's your reaction?
I am a little bit dismayed. I don't love the fact that we are accepting. Okay, AI is a great tool, and I think it's a super good tool for certain things. And as long as it's not used to replace any sort of only human output, if that makes sense. I don't know. I feel like it's a really good tool, and as long as the professor was doing it in a way, I guess I don't know the specifics.
I don't either.
But hearing that general idea that, yeah, we're going to teach you how to use AI because it's going to be a part of the society. I don't love it initially.
No, truly. It just kind of shocked me overall. That was my overall takeaway was, wow, never thought I'd see the day of that being in a college course syllabus. So, sort of moving on from that, Emma, what other areas will AI infiltrate into, I guess, in your mind?
I think it's going to infiltrate into a lot. I'm going to check my notes really fast.
Absolutely. Because I definitely think education is just the tip of the iceberg.
So to me, the implications of AI go way beyond education. They affect sort of creativity in my mind, just in general, because there's so much opportunity for you to, instead of writing an essay, go put in a prompt and get an essay, or instead of doing a graphic illustration, to go put in a prompt and get your perfect generic graphic illustration.
I wouldn't say perfect either. I would say good enough.
I mean, like, perfect for what you put in the prompt, for sure, if there's good enough technology.
Right.
But that doesn't matter. To me, it just kills creativity. That's what that does in my mind, because that just takes away all opportunity from you as a person to create this idea that you put in the prompt, because you had the idea to put it in the prompt, you know? Why not follow through on that idea? Why do you have to have a computer do it for you?
Because truly that's, and, you know, to emphasize Emma's point, as you know by now, creativity is a very, very important core value to us. Mm-hmm. And that's why this also rubs me the wrong way a little bit. Where's the creativity in having the computer do every single technical aspect of the creative process? That's where a lot of it actually lies. It's not just
because,
right?
Yes, that's part of the reasoning behind my opinion, is because in the creative process there's so much learning that you do, so many technical things. Tweaking. Yeah. This applies to anything, and you're just basically cheating yourself out of that learning and that work. You're saying, I don't want to learn how to do it, I don't want to put in the time, so I'm going to have a computer do this for me.
Literally, I would say like it's no wonder that rubs you the wrong way, because follow that path 5 years with developing technology, and what does that look like? What's that landscape look like? Probably not good.
No, not great at all. And speaking of the future, just a question that I want your opinion on.
Shoot.
Because of the current trends, it's not if AI, it's when AI becomes.
When. It's going to be when.
As mainstream as traditional media, what do you think the implications are for future generations?
Oh, wow. That's a great question. That's a really good question. Because I was thinking about this specifically when we were preparing for the episode. We just mentioned technical skill.
We did.
That is where I think future generations are going to really miss that opportunity to understand not just how to do it, but why to do it and the importance of doing it. Until you do it, you can't really realize the full benefits within being creative, right?
Yeah, and I think that will become even more prevalent, losing those skills, because from the time that they first have from grade 1,
right,
they're gonna have that AI tool to use. So where's ever the opportunity to learn? We didn't grow up with this tool.
No,
we were forced to always write our essays from our heads.
I'm remembering we were forced to learn cursive.
We were forced to literally learn cursive,
handwriting,
and there are so many of those things that if there's a tool where kids won't have to learn that, of course they're going to take it. Okay. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. No. Okay.
Because they're kids.
Let's take that.
They don't know better.
Let's narrow that down to writing. Let's talk about writing.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I'm realizing in elementary and middle school, you learn how to write an essay for the first time, right? You learn how to choose a topic. You learn how to write a thesis statement. You learn how to write relevant points to support, the whole process. Flash forward 20 years, now kids aren't taught that, and they're taught how to enter a prompt. Okay, see, I definitely feel you.
Yep. And as you were just talking about that, I realized even kids in my grade, no offense, actually, yes, offense, we're terrible writers.
Overall.
And granted, I have a good, I have like writing is kind of in my genetics, so I would naturally be a little bit better at it than other people. But it was ridiculous how much better than everyone else in my grade I was at writing.
No, oh, man.
All through grade school, like people still don't know how, like even when they're taught
in college, Emma, it's not good is all I can say. And I took an English advanced writing class 2 years ago, and we did peer reviewing, and oh my goodness, I was just a little surprised, actually a lot surprised at what I was reviewing from my peers in an advanced writing college class.
And yeah, that's a little ridiculous as well. And kind of broadening out that point, I feel like work ethic in general in our generation has gone down. Yeah. Like, I don't know what happened. And especially like the kids that are in middle and high school right now, I don't know how good their work ethic is. Like, I feel like just with all this new technology and a lot of different things, like societal factors, it's just very few young people know what real work ethic means.
Yeah, and work ethic truly in like the academic setting. Yeah, they're changing the academic standards for kids these days. Even
they really
today,
are.
When we were in elementary school, it was way different. Like, apparently they don't have grades now in elementary school.
What does that even mean?
Like, this is state by state, only some states. But yeah, it's not a pass-fail system. There's no such thing as a fail. And to me, I'm like, well, where's the learning in that? Where's the adversity? Where's the opportunity to
where's the growth
build your work
these
ethic?
Kids?
Right.
I don't know. So just bringing this back to AI, I feel like that
when you add that in,
it's just, I feel like it just gets exponentially worse for future generations.
Right.
If that's all that they know.
100%.
I mean, obviously who knows what's going to happen, but based on current trends and what I've observed, I'm a little bit worried, especially because of all these new AI programs that are coming out that everyone can access, that are so good.
And honestly, scary, powerful.
Yes. Super powerful.
Kind of scared us. We were a little taken back when we learned the capabilities of, programs like ChatGPT and whatnot. Let's get into that a little bit.
Yeah. So when that first fully came out, and people realized they could put in like actual essay prompts
and get an actual essay,
a full like a college application level essay, that specifically worried me a lot, just because obviously writing is specifically important to me.
Exactly. That's why I was bringing it up. I'm like, that's a huge one for sure.
And the fact that people can now get into college by not even writing an essay, just putting in copy pasting a prompt, that's just so ridiculous to me. And granted, I'm not currently in college, don't know if I'm planning on going back, but just the principle of it, I don't love.
The principle is what gets me as well. Like, the fact that there is a future. Sorry to paint such a dark picture, guys, by the way. Sorry to be all, Debbie Downers here. But, like, literally, the fact that there's a possible future where no one really is a good writer anymore or a good artist anymore, where that has been a forgotten skill and people don't see the value in that. It loses what made it important in the first place, in my opinion, which is why this is so big and so important, why we're talking about it, I think, honestly.
Yeah, it's so important because I had a point about this.
Ooh, drop it.
So,
sorry about that.
There is so much that's put out there right now by people and by machines that is so generic and boring.
Generic.
And just generic is the main word that I wanted to get at, because there's so much out there that's so similar to everything else. People don't like to push boundaries anymore, or at least as much as I feel like they used to.
No, not at all.
Like, where is the want to change and be different and put something out there that no one else has put out there before?
Literally.
I don't like what happened to people. I feel like that
it's unfortunate.
There was a whole there was multiple art movements where people, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but
I know what you're trying to say. And it's like, I'm glad you're hitting on this, because I feel like exactly the same way. I think it stems, first of all, from, as a society here, sorry to get into it, but as a society, that's what's being incentivized a little bit more, unfortunately. The safe answer, the similar to everybody else answer, and eventually that turns into zero creativity, zero new ideas, which isn't just scary because of the lack of creativity. It's scary because of the potential to have bad ideas circulating now, and no new ones.
No new ideas, no change. Like, what does that do to our country as a whole?
Right.
What does that do to the world? What does that do to the media that our future generations and kids are going to have?
Yeah.
It's really heartbreaking to me to think that a whole society full of people
literally
could have no motivation to be creative or put anything out there. People are really scared nowadays, I feel like. And like you were saying, they want to take the safe path.
The safe route. Exactly.
In their life, they want to do the safe things that everyone else has done and been successful and happy. And
kind of the rinse repeat mentality overall.
That's just not the way that we think and are wired. So that's why AI bringing the possibility of all of this, at least, just doesn't sit right with me. Yeah,
overall, the creative implications of AI don't sit right with us. I agree fully, honestly. And to me, overall, not to paint such a negative picture of AI, but it definitely has positive value too. I do want to add that as well.
No, absolutely it does.
I think it does fully for coming up with new medical technology advancements, and we can definitely get into all of that at a later time, because truly we've really had a good conversation about AI. I think we might be ready to wrap soon, but no,
for sure. It's definitely don't want to leave you guys thinking that we are fully against
that we're
AI.
Against.
That's not it at all. I love hearing about new technological advances that use AI, and I know that it's a part of like a lot of systems that are in people's everyday lives, and it's super beneficial and helpful for certain things.
I think in 5 to 10 years, the focus will not be on like writing and art whatsoever at all. It's going to be like so much more grown and expanded by then.
No, 100%. And that's what, at least I'm really hoping, is that the focus will kind of shift away from cheating methods.
Yeah.
That's how I think of it. But anyways,
to leave you with a
more positive note, we really do think the AI is a super useful tool.
But truly, thank you for watching, guys.
Thank you so much for watching. This was episode 11, premiere of season 2. Hope you enjoyed.
This has been the Doghouse Podcast. Thank you for joining. Truly, thank you.
And we will see you all next week.